Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just Another 20-something with me, Marissa. Today is an exciting episode because I have a guest with me. One of my friends, Emily, is here to talk all about The Bachelor. Emily, please say hello.
Yes, hello. I'm so excited to be on this podcast. Every time I listen to it and I hear myself reference, I feel like a star. And I've just been begging Marissa to put me on something, and so we're all here on The Bachelor.
Here we are. Yes, I think I'm going to make this episode a bonus, so when it releases, you'll know what episode this is. But I knew I had to have Emily on for a Bachelor review because we're both obsessed with The Bachelor. We're constantly talking about it to each other anyway, so why not record it?
Yes, especially this season because it's been so crazy.
Oh, this season has had so many ups and downs. I don't even know where to start. Actually, I did want to ask you this. This is funny. I laid out this plan of what we're doing, and now I'm just throwing something else at her. But I wanted to ask you because I think there's so many different opinions on just the girls, whether like you like the girls, you don't, because obviously a lot of them are very catty and mean. So I would like to get your opinion on overall the women of this season.
The girls, well, first I'd like to say that I like these girls way better than like Peter's season.
Yes.
They are a lot better. There are just so much cattiness. I think there are some real gems though. Like I really love Katie. I don't think she's gonna win. I think she'll be back for Paradise, but I like Katie. I think they're like really strong women. But then there's just some that are very aggressive. So I'd say I like them better than I've liked other girl groups in the past. And I think the worst of the worst was definitely with Peter. But
yes.
I think so. Like the bounce back is way better.
Yeah. Now. Okay. I definitely agree with that. I hated the girls on Peter's season.
Yep.
I mean, literally every single one was just terrible. I couldn't even find a favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely taking it as a win where I'm like, okay, I have like 4 favorites now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe that's a little small, but it was better than the last one. So we're moving up.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so then moving on from the girls, what are your thoughts on the new Bachelor, Matt, our first Black Bachelor?
Yes. Well, first of all, obviously it's amazing that we finally have a Black Bachelor.
Ugh, for real.
Thank God. Like, it took long enough.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That being said, he is cool. He is very hot. But there are just like these 3 things that pop out at me every single time I watch this man.
3 things.
Is that he kisses weird.
Yes.
He kisses with both of his eyes open, and his lips kind of sometimes engulf their entire face. Sometimes.
Yes, okay, I literally saw a tweet where, like, you know, later in this episode when he runs up to kiss Piper and his mouth is just all over her face.
Yeah, and at this episode's group date when he's kissing someone at the farm, they're kind of like guppy kissing. Like,
yes.
Like with their mouths, it was very weird. I didn't like it.
No.
And then also, this is what I've started to notice too, is maybe he's just genuinely this amazing great guy, which I think it is, but like everything he says just seems perfectly scripted. Like everything, he's like, I totally understand how you feel that way, and I just want to go forward with this. And I'm like,
you're like, how did you just think of that?
Yeah, like he never stutters, like never like stops to think about anything. Like he immediately has a response after literally every single thing. And I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, the girls on Chatty Broads, their podcast, they had literally said the same thing, where it's like, he's just constantly coming back with the best things to say. And it's like, how are you doing that? How do you know how to dissolve this situation?
He's like a robot, like a 2050 robot. Like that's like AI. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little scary. I definitely agree with that.
But I mean, besides that, he seems really good. The way he handled this last episode was really good.
Yes.
And way better than like a lot of the other past Bachelors.
I definitely agree.
Handled. So
yeah.
I was very happy with how a lot of it turned out. So
yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, I definitely like Matt. I think, like you said, like, he's super nice. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. But at the same time, it's almost like he's, like, too nice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just worried, like, because you know how everyone loved Peter in the beginning?
Yep.
Like, before his season even started, we were all like, oh, we love him because he's so nice.
Pilot Pete.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm like, what if he kind of turns out like that later on? Like, what if he does something stupid or cringy, and I'm going to be like, it's Pilot Pete all over again?
Yeah, I know. This nurse, because it's like, we loved Pete at first, and no one ever, we look back at Pete, we're like, what a weirdo. What a creepy weirdo.
I literally hate Peter now. Like, he's
such a cringe. You hear him, you cringe.
Yeah, I literally cringe. Like, he is top of the list, worst bachelors. So I don't want that to happen to Matt. But also, like, along with his niceness, I've also noticed that he's just, like, a smidgen boring. Like, you know, I'm not seeing a ton of what he's bringing to the table. But then again, like, I feel like all the bachelors were kind of like that.
Yeah. And also, I also feel like you have to be a little bit crazy to want to be on The Bachelor.
That's true. You know? He's probably hiding all of his crazy.
Yeah, there has to be something that's kind of just a little off about him, you know? Like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't. Maybe it's Tyler C., you know, his best friend. He's probably just obsessed with The Bachelor because Tyler Cameron's like, go on The Bachelor, dude.
Yep.
So we can get famous and just, like, live together forever.
Live the Bachelor life literally forever.
Forever. Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, like Dale, like what Dale tried to do.
Dale. Okay, wait. Yeah, brief intermission. What do you think about the whole Dale and Claire breakup?
I think Dale literally just like, okay, I think Dale was there for the complete wrong reasons.
Yep.
Not a great guy at all.
Yep.
And he bit off way more than he could chew. And then once he realized what he had gotten himself into, he backpedaled his ass as fast as he could out of there.
Yep. I literally agree with every single thing you just said. I never thought Dale was good. Like, the second I saw this guy, I was like, no, he's shady.
No, not at all. And the interview they did with Chris Harrison, where they're like, so what's next? And Claire's like, babies.
Oh.
And he was like,
and he just didn't say anything. And then Chris is like, oh yeah, Dale, what are your thoughts on the babies? You just bypass that. It's like, red flags, guys. Major flags. No. I heard there's a lot of rumors that Dale might go on Paradise. And I swear to God. I know, I swear to God.
He is not there for the right reasons at all. He's like literally, it was like probably the one guy with the worst reasons.
Yeah.
To be there.
Yeah. No, and it's like Claire might have been a little crazy, but you know, she didn't deserve like to be ending up with Dale. Like, she should have gotten someone good. Of course, you know, maybe she should have given everyone else a chance.
Maybe. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, she has to feel so embarrassed.
I know. I do feel bad for her about that. You know, it's kind of like, I feel like the guys should also, like, let it go, too. Because they're like, damn, like, look what she ended up with.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
They all had to cut their losses. Literally all of them.
Yeah. The whole thing was just a mess and a half.
Yeah, a shit show.
Just, anyway. Now, let's get into last night's episode. We're recording this on Wednesday, so I guess it was really Monday's episode, but we like to watch it on Tuesdays because we don't have cable.
Yep.
So this week's episode, we're going into the 5th week, but before we start on the 5th week, the episode starts off with it's like the cocktail party before the rose ceremony, and everyone's getting ready and everyone's so excited. And you know, just recently Anna, who is one of, like, the weirdest girls on there, in my opinion.
Literally.
The way she speaks is weird. She never really got a lot of time with Matt. Like, she's kind of on the back burner. Like, she's kind of a weirdo. But she kind of came out of left field and was being really mean to one of the new girls. Because,
really rude.
5 new girls came in. And she singled out this one, Brittany. And said that she was an escort.
Yeah.
And then Brittany's like, no, actually, I am not an escort.
Surprise.
But like too late, Brittany, because that entire rumor went all around the house. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone now hates the new girls. There's like new girl, old girl divide.
Yep.
We hate it. We hate to see it.
Yeah. No, it was ridiculous. Like, Anna, like, oh, she's so, like, it was just so rude how she was, like, pretending to bite her tongue. And she's like, oh, this information that I have, like, should I give it? Should I get it? And she's like, drops the bomb. She's an escort. And it's like, I don't want to, like, she literally started off that conversation with, like, I don't want to cause drama.
Yeah.
But, like, are you an escort?
It's like,
what?
Bitch, what? And it's like, oh my God. Literally, like, if you got this random information, because she's saying that she got DMs from randos saying that she's an escort. One, why the hell are you going to trust these randos? Two, if you really, really thought that she was an escort, talk to her privately.
Yeah.
And even then, it's none of your fucking business, dude. It's like, that's just sex work. Let her do her fucking thing.
Literally.
She could go on The Bachelor if she's an escort. Like, don't shame her into that.
It is fine. It's the fucking 21st century. Like,
yeah,
goddamn.
Like, wake up. Like, sorry that you don't just, like, suck a dick for money.
She can't suck it good enough.
Yeah,
so...
clearly. I mean, something's going on. There was definitely just jealousy. I think she was just jealous of Brittany the second she came in, because Brittany came in super confident, and Anna has gotten literally zero time with Matt because, no offense, she's kind of weird.
Yep. Literally. And when she actually went and talked to Matt about the whole thing, like, I don't know what I would say if I was in that position, if I had said such a horrible thing, but, like, the way she was like, I am the worst person, I am so horrible.
I know.
I hate it. I was like, stop it. That is what men do. Like, no.
I know. Yeah, so basically, Anna said this terrible thing, and Katie, our queen from Seattle, told Matt that there was a lot of drama going on. So Matt goes into the rose ceremony, or the cocktail party, just immediately like, I need to figure out this tea. And so he pulls Anna aside, and he's like, yeah, so I heard that you're being a bitch. And Anna just breaks down, being like, oh my gosh, it was a mistake. I, like, felt awful instantly. It's like, Did you really? Because I don't think you felt bad at all. Like,
I don't think so.
I think you really felt bad because you got caught. 100%. So she's crying, and Matt's like, okay, I really barely know you because we don't have a connection, so I'm gonna send you home.
The way he said it, though, like, for a second, I was very scared because he's like, you're not a horrible person. It's okay. And I was like...
You're like, no, don't keep her.
He's at her home. But I was like, thank God.
Yeah, no, it was just so much drama for someone... Like, he literally did not have a connection with her. They barely talked. And so it's like, when you just have this person that you're just not even talking to, and some big drama comes up, like, send him home. Not worth your time.
Not at all.
Bye-bye. So Anna's out. And all the girls are noticing, like, oh, crap. Anna's getting out of here. She obviously was, like, the first instigator. So all the other mean girls are starting to feel a little bit nervous. Because...
Cue the queen.
Cue the queen. So, yeah, Queen Victoria starts running around kind of, like, mending any wrongs that she's ever done.
Literally.
Which was... She's literally just the worst person. Every single person she's talked to, she was rude to.
Like, in every way. I don't know how she had people to gossip with. Like, why were people giving her the time of day?
I have no idea. I know. Yeah, because she, like, became really close friends with Kit. But in the beginning, like, in the very first night, Victoria called Kit a princess. And Kit, like, freaked out. She's like, I'm not a princess. I'm a king. It's like, okay, what the hell?
That was a weird comeback.
That was very weird. I have thoughts about Kit. But anyway, so Victoria's starting to freak out because she's like, crap, like, my mean girl image is not serving me well. Who knew? And Matt pulls her aside because he's like, yeah, so I've heard that you also have been a bitch.
Yep.
Please tell me anything about that.
Yeah. And I love the line that he said in there where, like, he was like, oh, I heard you call, I forget who it was, a hoe. And she was like, that was taken out of context. And he was like, what context would it be good in? And she just kind of stared at him.
Yeah, because it's like, when the hell, when you call a girl a hoe, is that a good thing?
Literally. And she just, like, stared at him. And I was like, damn, that was a good,
that was
good job, Matt.
Yeah, good job, Matt. Like, you just had to shut her down, and because there's no other way around it. Victoria's just the worst. So she's freaking out. She's, like, running all over the place, crying.
Yep.
And everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with Victoria?
Talking to the producers, because that's the only person who will talk to her.
Oh, yeah, literally. So then we get into the rose ceremony, and Matt makes a beautiful power move on picking all of the new girls first.
Yep.
That was great. That was so great, because he was obviously trying to show, like, yo, stop being bitches.
Yep.
It's like,
stop being rude.
Yeah, they're here for a reason, so just shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that was really great. And then, so we get down to the people he eliminated. So he ended up getting rid of Mari, who I thought was really cool, so I'm a little sad that she's leaving. One of the other new girls, I forget her name. She was like Miss Universe Puerto Rico, whatever.
Yeah.
She seemed nice, but yeah, she's not super memorable in my mind. Lauren, who me and Emily loved.
Yeah. She was so great, and she literally went on a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Like, it was literally glossed over. Like, after she left, I was like, she went on a one-on-one. Like, usually they make a way bigger deal about people who went on a one-on-one who go home.
You would think.
A rose ceremony.
Yeah, no, I guess they just did not care at all. So peace, Lauren. See you later.
Yeah, and then really sad.
Yeah, it was really sad. I really liked her. And then, of course, Victoria left the building. Thank God. Emily, why don't you tell us how Victoria made her exit?
Well, Victoria, first of all, just stood there and then, like, made, like, a death glare, I think, at Katie.
Oh,
she
yeah.
Was like, I thought she was going to fight someone. And for a second, I was like, Katie, run. And then, like, afterwards, she doesn't, like, hug anyone because no one was going near her because people were scared.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she just walks up to Matt and is like, how dare you not pick me and, like, not see how important I am? Like, you are worth nothing. And then he just stood there and stared at her, and she was like, you can't even say anything, and then left.
That was just the weirdest exit. Like, she was really trying for something, and Matt was like, I just have no idea how to respond to this.
Yeah, and, like, in that moment, too, I kind of, like, because, like, the producers, like, we all know.
Oh, yeah.
The freaking, like, producers have to have somewhat of a say to keep the villain in as long as possible.
For sure.
Victoria was there way too long because I am sure the producers were like, you have to keep her in. So Matt had to have some semblance of an idea that she's batshit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like, yeah, I really have no connection with you. Goodbye.
Yeah, like literally get out of here. Thanks. Yeah, no, I don't think he liked her at all. No. Because how could you? Her personality is terrible.
Literally, I don't know how she exists. Like, I remember her, like, talking. I don't remember exactly what she was saying to the producers, but she was like, there's only one option, and it's me. Like, I am the best one here for Matt. It's me. I hate all these other girls. And I'm like, there's people like this who exist?
Yeah.
Like, it was just astonishing to actually see, because it's like, logically, okay, I know there are some really fucking self-centered people.
Oh, yeah.
But wow, to see it like that was crazy.
I know,
really wild.
I always think about, like, is this a real person? Like, is she putting on a little bit of an act, or is it literally 100% Victoria? And I'm thinking it's 100% Victoria. Like, honestly.
Insane. I can't.
She's so weird, but I'm so happy that we never have to see her ever again.
Yeah,
except for maybe Paradise. I could see her bringing her back. That would be terrible, and I hope they don't. But you never know.
Yeah, no, she's crazy. I honestly, at some point, I was like, "What if she's an actor? What if she's a paid actor right now?"
yeah. It kind of felt like she was. Like she was just there to stir it up. Yeah.
Some of the things she would say, I'd be like,
Like, that's
that
just
came
not
out
even
of your
real.
mouth? That
Yeah.
wasn't scripted? Like, whoa!
I know, she was the epitome of extra. Like, so much so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, so that closed off the rest of that rose ceremony. All of the mean girls are gone, right? Totally. So we get into the next week, which is the start of the 5th week, which is crazy that we're already halfway through the journey.
Crazy. I was shocked.
I was super shocked. I was like, I feel like I still don't know anyone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, there's so many girls still.
Yeah.
There's, anyway.
I feel like it happens all at once. I'm like, watching The Bachelor, and I'm like, oh my god, hometowns?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, hometowns is going to be right around the corner at this point, which is insane. So one person that gets the one-on-one, the first one-on-one of the week is Rachel. And we have a lot of thoughts on Rachel.
Yeah, we don't really love Rachel. From just like what I've seen, which I haven't done a lot of digging on it. I feel like you have a little bit more, but like just kind of what I've seen in general, like pretty big cultural appropriator with some, like, she's worn Native American dresses to like Halloween parties. I don't know what she wore it to. And then I've also heard that her mom's come out and said, oh, she's like her great someone was a Native American. It's okay. And they're like, it's not how it works. And I've heard that she's also promoted QAnon, which is like super racist, Trump supporting. I don't even know what the fuck that was.
Literally. Yeah, no, I hate Rachel. Like, obviously, this is all from the stuff that we've been hearing about. Because, like, if I went in with the eyes of not knowing this, I think I would probably like Rachel okay. I don't know if I would love her just because she is just such a basic white girl in my eyes.
It is, yeah.
Like, her hair parted straight down the middle. I'm just like, ugh.
Cut straight, yep.
Yeah, like, she is just straight to a T to where I'm like, ugh, I don't know. But now knowing that she's, like, a super racist grosso, super not making me like her in any way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Like, I had seen posts about, like, people being like, oh, remember when you bullied me for dating, like, a black man?
Yeah, I don't know what her move is as a racist woman to then go and date the first black bachelor. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what her game is.
I guess.
Yeah, but it's like, why didn't you just wait till the season where it's another white guy? Because there will be another white guy. Like, don't worry.
Yeah, well, I feel like, do they actually know when they cast people? Like, I feel like they don't.
Oh, no. Well, that's the thing that me and my mom were talking about, where it's like, these people get casted for The Bachelor, and it feels like ABC is just doing no background check at all.
Yeah.
But then, like, but then the second that we see these profiles, people are going back into the archives and finding everything. So it's like, how come some of us, like these plebeians, can find all the tea, but then ABC can't? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, it's like, they should literally just hire some Bachelor fans to do these background checks.
Literally.
On these women, because are you kidding?
We would do amazing, and I don't know what they're doing. Like, come on, guys. So, I don't know. Rachel just bothers me. I don't even want to spend too much time talking about her if she is a racist. Like, I don't want to give her that platform. So basically, she just goes on, one of the best dates where you get a bunch of super expensive clothes and shoes and blah, blah, blah.
I was so upset the entire time.
She did not deserve any of it, so that's fine. And then it seems like Matt and her really, really like each other, though.
I know, which makes me mad.
I know. Like, she was like, I'm falling in love with you, and he was like, me too, which came really, really fast, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, this is their first one-on-one, but then somehow they're falling in love with each other.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I don't know how that happened.
I feel like we're out of the loop on some things, which we can, like, again, talk about later, but, like, it just makes me confused, and I'm like, usually The Bachelor does really well with, like showing you what's happening and, like, easing you into, like, who he's falling for and stuff like that, but it just kind of just, like, seems like it comes out of the blue.
Yeah.
And now I'm blanking. Who was the girl who went home? Was it Kate? Who, like, we all, like, because she, like, butted in onto a group date, and then she got sent home.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah, okay. Sarah went home. Matt was, like, in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he loved her so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that, like, came out of nowhere. Like, when he was trying to keep her to, like, make her stay.
Oh my god,
like,
that was the biggest goodbye that I've ever seen for someone who's just, like, leaving the show and probably never coming back. Like, that took an entire episode to say goodbye to Sarah.
Yeah. And it was just, like, I knew that, okay, he liked her, but, like, after, like, that goodbye, I was like, oh, he would have kept her till Final Four.
Oh, for sure. She would have made it far. So
yeah, and I had no idea about that. So I feel like The Bachelor's a little slacking on, like, who Matt really likes. I
think the way that they've been editing it, I'm not a fan of it because, like, like you're saying, I think they're leaving a ton of stuff out, and then they're squishing a bunch of stuff into one episode.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about all that happened this episode, we had a rose ceremony, a one-on-one, a group date, another one-on-one, and then we're, like, going into, like, kind of like a two-on-one.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, that's a lot in one episode. We don't usually do all of that.
Oh, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so kind of confusing. But anyway.
Yeah,
so that's kind of the one-on-one with Rachel. We don't need to get any more into it because she's annoying.
Huh?
So then we have the group date where they go to a farm and I guess just do farm tasks. I don't really know what the point of that date was.
What are any of the points of any of the dates? The pumpkin and squirrel outfit date last episode and then this one are, like, the equivalent.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever saw. When they had to put the squirrel suits on, I was like, see you later, ABC. What are we doing?
There was no point in it. There was no point.
No, absolutely no point. It was bad. It was just not good.
No, it was very stupid. It was obviously all staged. That farmer wasn't a farmer.
No.
Like, that was just a random actor being like, I live on a farm, and farming's a lot like dating.
Yeah, farming's a lot like dating. It's like, shut up. No, it is not. There are no similarities. Yeah, the farm date was kind of odd, but that's kind of where we got a little bit more insight on MJ, who is starting to come out a little bit more as one of the mean girls. Like, definitely the way that they were editing it, because, like, I didn't think MJ, like, on the actual date was really doing anything wrong. She was just, like, just being herself and playing around with Matt and, like, trying to get attention from Matt, which is literally the point of the group dates.
Everyone does that.
Everyone does that. And so then they would have, like, the little confessionals of girls being like, yeah, MJ was just, like, trying to get attention from Matt. And I'm like, well, yeah. Duh.
That's what happens on group dates.
Yeah, it's like, this is the whole thing. And so I didn't really understand that little villain story. I get it later, so we'll get into that later. Yeah. But, yeah, so we were starting to get a little tidbit into that. And then we start seeing Michelle starting to have a lot more issues because she was the last week's one-on-one and she's one of the new girls. So she's never had a group date ever.
Yes. Yeah, I felt bad for her. I feel like like she had, like, such an amazing one-on-one, and also she's my new favorite and I hope she wins.
Yeah.
And it was like she had such a good attitude going into this group date too. She's like, I'm excited to, like, be there for Matt and do this group date, and then she was like, oh wait, this actually sucks to see these other girls, like, be on a date with Matt. Wow.
Yep. This actually sucks really bad. Oops. Yeah. I definitely felt bad for Michelle because, like, it's basically like the person who gets the first one-on-one, like, of the entire season. When you then have to go on that group date after you just only had, like, one-on-one time with them, you just have no idea what you're in for, like, at all.
Oh, yeah. I felt bad for her. I think, like, it was just kind of like oh, sweetie, like, you're so innocent. I feel so bad. This was obviously going to happen, but you didn't know.
Right, it's like, Missy, miss, this is how the show works.
Yeah, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was a bummer, but he handled it really well.
Yeah. He handled it really well. I think she handled it really well, too, so.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Everyone's emotions made sense.
It all added up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty much the farm date, and then we get into the after party of the date. And we get to talk to Abigail finally. I
Yeah.
freaking love Abigail, and she has not been on our screens enough.
Yeah, no, I know. I think she's a really cool girl, and I don't know why they've just kind of
Hid
not
her?
had her on like at all.
I know. I really don't get it. So, Abigail is the first person on The Bachelor to have a disability. She is deaf. And she is just the cutest, sweetest girl in the history of the world. And, like, her story was so sad. She was talking about how her dad basically just left after they found out that her and her sister were deaf, which is literally disgusting. So that was fun. And, like, she was just opening up to Matt about how this was getting really hard for her and just being very, very vulnerable, for sure.
Yeah. No, it was so sweet. Like, her story was so cute, and it came from, like, I feel like such, like, a personal and, like, a good place, too, where she was like, I don't want to feel like a burden, and I don't think my impairment is a burden, but like moving forward with children and stuff like that, like just bringing that up, it was really sweet, and I think she's so cool.
Oh, and she's so cool.
Yeah. I also don't think she's going to keep going forward, but I think she is Paradise material for sure.
Either Paradise or hopefully The Bachelorette. That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be really great.
That would be really great, because then you could have the first Bachelorette with a disability. They've never had that, so that would be super cool. I don't know if ABC is really going to do that yet, though. You know, they only just got the first Black Bachelor. I don't think they're then going to be like, okay, moving forward, we're going to do everything different. Like,
that's a little scary for them. I don't think they're ready.
Yeah, they're not a little ready for that. So I think definitely she'll be on Paradise. I think Matt likes her, but I don't think Matt likes her enough.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
no, I think so too.
To be fair, she hasn't had a one-on-one yet, which I am honestly shocked that she hasn't had a one-on-one yet.
Yeah. I could see it kind of going as like two ways, like she might have a one-on-one and then like him not give her the rose, or
at the
not
end
give her the rose, like not out of anything like really bad, just being like, I don't think we have it at this point, because it's getting later in the season and he's making all these connections, you know, with other women.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, which is just so sad because I love Abigail. Like, I don't even know why she wouldn't go to the end, but whatever. I guess I'm not Matt.
Rather it be her than Rachel, you know.
Literally. Yeah. But yeah, so as you know, Matt is talking to Abigail. We do get a little moment where we're with the girls, and I guess Matt pulled MJ aside earlier and was like, "Yeah, so I heard that you're like an antagonist of the house." And MJ's like, huh? So she goes back to the girls and she's like, what the fuck? Like, what is this about? And then Jasenia, who we have not seen this entire season, just immediately speaks up and is like, oh yeah, I said that. That was me, actually.
Actually, yes.
And then they start fighting, like literally fighting so much about how MJ sucks and Jasenia doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, and honestly, I was just so confused. This is like another instance where I was just kind of blindsided, I felt like. So I was like, where did this come from? I liked MJ throughout this entire time, and
Same.
I have no idea who Jasenia is.
Literally no idea who Jasenia is.
Yeah, and I never knew this beef at all. Like, I just truly thought that it was mostly just coming from Anna and from Victoria.
Same.
Like, the devils. Like,
same.
So I have really no idea where this came from. And I was just really confused through the entire thing.
Yeah, no, I was super confused. Like, because in the last episode, they kind of alluded that MJ was, like, maybe in on the drama, but we didn't get a whole... Like, I completely missed MJ being rude in the last episode. So when this episode came out, I was like, wait, what? Like, why is she being all mean all of a sudden?
Yeah, the comment that she made that Jasenia was talking about was that MJ said that there was the group of the JV and the varsity.
Oh, yeah.
And I could just be not listening at that certain point in time, but, like, I don't remember her saying that last episode. Like, I thought that was maybe earlier, and I don't know if they're necessarily talking about, like, the girls of, like, the new girls are JV and the old girls are varsity. I thought she was just kind of meaning like there's JV and varsity girls from the very beginning, where it was just like who he has more of a connection with and doesn't.
Oh.
And yeah, that's not very a nice thing to say, but it's not necessarily wrong.
No, like, and it's definitely not the worst thing to say.
No.
Like, I think Victoria and Anna said way worse things than, I have, and I don't know, because it's like, we obviously aren't in the house, so we have no idea what MJ is actually like. She could have been terrible. I mean, she kind of started acting really terrible, so maybe she is like that. I don't really know.
I have no idea. And, like, both of the women, too, like, well, sorry to skip ahead a little bit, but when they're on the 2-on-1 date, like in the very beginning where they're sitting there, they're both like really well spoken and very like aggressive, like to their points, being like, I am right. So I'm just sitting here like
who's right?
Who's right? I absolutely have no idea who's being the bitch here. Like,
nope.
What's happening?
Yeah, I have no idea. And yeah, like you said, like this beef just came out of nowhere, because I feel like Jasenia was kind of talking for like the rest of the house. I don't feel like she in particular had like super big beef with MJ, but then like later, I guess we'll just skip ahead. Later they have to go on a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-1, sorry, and then see who gets eliminated, either Jasenia or MJ. But it's like, why does like like if everyone doesn't like MJ supposedly, why does Jasenia then have to take the fall for everybody? And then have to go home if Matt agrees.
Yeah, it's just very confusing. That was also confusing bit about like, she's still in the beginning. The very first girl that Victoria went after, she was roommates with. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah. Oh God, I forget her name now. Marilyn. Holy crap! Yeah. How did you remember that?
I know. I don't know. I'm horrible at names. When Victoria went after Marilyn, I was just so shocked that like no one stood up for her or like told Matt that like actually Victoria is horrible and literally gaslit Marilyn this entire time.
Literally.
Like I don't know how that happened. I felt so bad for her.
I felt so bad. Yeah, because she literally just got eliminated immediately.
Yeah. So I don't know why. Gosh, this girl's name, Jasenia, is like taking the whole fall for the house, where I feel like it would be easy enough to maybe ask a few more girls, not that hard.
Yeah, because it seemed like Katie didn't really like MJ either, because she started getting in that fight. So I have no idea. I don't know what this fight is about. I don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly can't even tell you who's gonna get eliminated.
Yeah, me neither. It's like a 50-50, and maybe both of them will go home. Because if I was mad at this point, I would be like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, just get out of here. I don't even really have a connection with either of you, so see you later.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one, it's confusing, for sure.
No, agreed. Yeah, and sorry, I skipped over an entire part of The Bachelor, so you want to go back to that?
Yeah, so, don't worry, it's pretty small, because it's just Kit's 1-on-1. Which, the entire time, I felt like it was, like, Matt going on a date with his little sister kind of situation.
No! Oh my god.
I literally had to just cringe, because Kit, I know she's only 21, but she looks like she could be 18. Yeah. Like, she looks so little, and I don't like her just in general. She's just annoying.
Yeah, I agree.
Because she's like, oh, my life is just like red carpets and Bentleys and rich things. It's like, oh my god, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to feel bad for you in this moment?
Yeah, no. And the date was so lame.
Oh my god, they just made cookies. Like, I've been on that date.
Yeah. Like, everyone's been on that date. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah, like, we're on The Bachelor. I want something bigger. Thanks.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, I don't really like her that much. Like, she just kind of seems like daddy's money type.
Actually, it's more mommy's money, because mommy is the one who's famous.
Oh, wait.
She's a famous fashion designer.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how Kit has money, is because of her mommy.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, no, I think just not for Matt. I don't know why she got the rose.
Oh my god, I know. I was like, Matt, this is a perfect opportunity to send her home. I thought that's what this entire date was gonna be.
Yeah.
Because they do that, where you have a one-on-one, and they're like, yeah, this isn't working out. See you later.
Just like double check in, and it's not there.
It's not there. But he gave it to her. I think if she doesn't go home next week, she's going home the next. Like, she is not going to be here very long. They had zero connection. It felt so awkward. Again, like a brother-sister vibe. He was
totally.
Like, he's so much bigger than her. And, like, everything about it is just disgusting. I hate it.
Didn't love that. And how old is he again?
I want to say he's, like, 28.
Yeah.
And she's 21.
Yeah, and she's just like...
That's a 7-year difference.
You're fresh out of college. And I'm just like, no.
No, and, like, you know, he's asking her, have you ever been in love? And she's like, no. Because, duh, she's 21. Like, hello?
What do you think? Like, I just do not think they are a good match at all, which makes me mad. Makes me mad that you sent home Lauren.
I know, you sent home Lauren and Mari, who I definitely think he actually had connections with.
Yeah.
And then you're keeping Kit.
Yeah.
And, like, some of the other girls in there. Like,
yeah.
I'm so confused. I don't get it. I think we're definitely just not getting the whole intel of what's going on, obviously.
Yeah, that just has to be it. Yeah, because it's like with Jasenia, this is the first time I've ever seen her, and you sent home Lauren and Mari over Jasenia, who I have not seen at all.
Oh, right, and yeah, it's like Lauren and Mari got way more screen time. So it's like, I thought they were going to go far. That's why we were showing them on my screen.
Yeah.
Like,
confusing.
It's like, if these other people are actually going to be more prominent, why aren't we seeing more of them? It makes no sense. I don't know who is the editing team. Producers, I would like to have chat. I don't think you're doing a good job.
No, you're confusing me.
You are super confusing me. But yeah, so that was pretty much the whole episode. But I wanted to talk about the preview for the next episode.
Ooh, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that.
Okay, so I need to remember everything that happens. So it looks like, obviously, we'll get to see the results of the 2-on-1. Who's going to stay, MJ or Jasenia? Or hopefully neither.
That'd be great.
Then we have, I guess everyone is starting to hate Katie, which I'm
mad about.
I am mad about that. I love Katie.
Katie is a queen. Like, she literally single-handedly took down and was able to stand up to Victoria. Like, are you kidding? Katie's the actual queen.
She's literally the GOAT. Like, why are we getting rid of her? Or why are we mad at her?
Do you remember who was on the couch? Was it?
Oh, it was Serena C, I think. Who I don't really enjoy her presence either, so I wouldn't mind if she was just being stupid and we get rid of her as well.
Yeah, like I just don't know why. I don't even know what Katie would have done, because I think Katie's just like really handled herself with like a lot of grace, like with I'm forgetting her name again, the girl who went home
Victoria?
after everyone. No,
Sarah.
Yes, like, because it all started with Katie, you know, her being like, this was really not okay, and then the whole house just like took hold of that and ran with it. And then when Katie was like, wow, this has kind of gone a little too far, I'm gonna go like kind of apologize and make sure you're okay, like she took that upon herself. Like that was such an adult thing to do. Like, and then also with bringing up the whole Victoria thing, waited till everything was done and can just grab him so she doesn't take up anyone else's time. Like I feel like she's been the most adult woman that I've seen on The Bachelor, to be honest.
I also wouldn't be mad if she was the Bachelorette.
Oh, I would love that.
I would love that. Oh, she would be so good. Yeah, no,
when she comes home, it would be to Seattle.
I know, which would be like, hee hee, it's us. Yeah, no, I don't know what is going on with that little we're mad at Katie thing. I hopefully just blows over. What else happens? I know Tyler Cameron comes, so yay. Can't wait for that bro moment. Yeah, that'll be dumb. Heather comes.
Yep.
That's gonna be insane.
Weird. It was so scripted too when Chris Harrison's like, Heather, you could ruin this whole show.
I know, it's like, Chris, Heather probably called you 2 weeks ago saying she wanted to come, and she quarantined this whole fucking time, and now you're ready for her to come on. Like,
I know.
what? Oh my god. Yeah, no, that'll be really interesting because I think the rest of the preview was just the girls all freaking out and crying, which we love. But I think it's Heather coming in that makes them all freak out and cry.
Yeah. Which also I'm just confused. Why is Heather coming in?
I have no idea because
is this all just like a thing where she goes and talks to Matt? And it's like, here's my perspective of The Bachelor.
Oh no. I think she's definitely coming in because she wants to date him.
Wow. Okay.
Because she's friends with Hannah Brown, and so kind of already knows like Tyler and Matt.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think this whole thing is like, if you maybe kind of already know Matt, why didn't you date him a long time ago? Why are you now trying to do it?
Yeah, when you had the connections. Before, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you could have dated him before he even came The Bachelor.
Yeah. I feel like she has like someone who's like telling her how to make like business moves and being like, to be relevant again, go on The Bachelor.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
then you'll be on Paradise again or something like that.
Right. There's something weird going on, which I'm not a fan of because she seems really nice. So I don't know why she's doing this. It's like, girl, if you want to be more relevant, just go on Paradise. Like, don't do this.
Literally. Yeah, but maybe this is for her to get on Paradise because she was relevant in Colton's season because she had never kissed anyone. So that was like equivalent to being like she was extra virgin, you know.
Yeah.
And then like after all that, she like kind of faded out of the spotlight and everything. And so like she's like 3 bachelors ago technically. So now maybe she's trying.
I know. Yeah, because she is kind of old.
Yeah.
She's old news. I wonder if she's kissed anyone else.
Good question. I don't know. Maybe it's just...
Because, I mean, Colton's season was what, like 2 years ago?
Yeah. Because it was the last Bachelorette with Rachel, then it was Pilot Pete, then it was Hannah Brown, then it was Colton.
Yeah.
So that was 2 years ago summer.
Yeah, so that is like... I hope to God she's kissed someone since then. Holy crap, that would be sad. That would be sad.
That would be very sad. Yeah, so I don't know where it's going.
I know.
Honestly, like it's just like a whole bunch of fighting at this point. It's not so much like crying or anything of my feelings and I love Matt so much. I want him to pick me. It's like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, it's literally just girls hating each other. So that'll be great. Can't wait for more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wonder what, like, will Chris Harrison do in the future? Like, is he going to keep doing this thing where he brings in girls in the second week? Because this was a disaster.
That was a
but
disaster.
The Bachelor loves disasters, so.
No, and I mean, like, it was a perfect time to throw it on Matt because Matt has never seen the show, never been The Bachelor. So he has no idea that that's, like, a new thing that maybe you don't do. Like, they're like, yeah, we're going to take advantage of him and just go.
This is fun. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, this season's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's
the most crazy season yet. The most dramatic season yet.
It's pretty dramatic, I'll have to say. I'm so excited for next week. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it in a week. See what happens again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, so that, you guys, is our little Bachelor episode for you. I hope you enjoyed us just talking for, looks like, almost an hour.
Ooh, stayed on time.
I know, we were just chatting away. I mean, we just had so many things to say, so...
Yeah.
I hope you guys all enjoyed it. But Emily, say your goodbyes.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for having me. I don't know if I'm excited or not to listen because my voice.
Yeah, so far, out of my 2 guests that I've had, they hate hearing their voice back. So.
Oh, no. Well, this will be great. So I might not listen to this episode, but we'll see.
That's fine.
It was so great to come on. I absolutely love your episode. Oh, and I just wanted to say, I know this is a bonus episode, and I don't know when it'll be out, But congrats on like making or getting your job.
Oh,
It's
thank
so
you.
amazing. You're gonna be so good at it, and I'm just very proud of you.
Thank you. Oh, my sweetest friend. Thank you for the hype up. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you all next week. Bye.